Hello everyone, it's FarmSimGuy here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Court Farms. We got back from Sheffield late last night and our trip up to Moss Valley, which was very enlightening, to say the least. And having slept on things, I've made a few big decisions. Of course, you all influenced that slightly with your feedback on the last video, and it was almost unanimous. We're going to sell home farm, but that doesn't mean that we're leaving Court Farms altogether. Now, the opportunity for a home farm came up out of the blue, and if you remember, we bought it for just £1, but we inherited the debt that was here as well. Well, the way we've been running the farm, we've managed to clear most of that debt. We still have our loans that we owe the bank, but the debt that we acquired with the farm has managed to clear itself because we've been running it well. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell the land and the farm as a going concern to somebody else, but we are going to retain and we are going to return to our original contractor's yard. We need to do some building there. We need to build some bigger sheds because we have got quite the set of equipment now, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Now, the other thing is the museum for the old Ford tractors. I was going to build that on the plot of where the straw harvest shed was. That shed is now away, and there is a nice plot there, so we may still do something with that. I'm going to put it on the back burner slightly, though, because we've got other bigger fish to fry at the moment. But yes, all this equipment you see in all the sheds, we own all of this. Very few pieces are leased now, so we need to find good homes for these and big sheds because there isn't enough space down there at the moment, I don't think. So we'll do some, I guess, reworking of that yard. In fact, we'll head down there in a little while and have a look at that. Other things we need to be concerned with as well, if we're going to sell, we have all this silage in here, and we have crops in the bin there as well, which we need to get rid of. We might end up selling those at a reduced price to make money off them, or we might leave them with the farm and negotiate that as part of the price. So lots and lots of things to consider, but it's a very, very big day. So just to show you what's what in terms of what we own for home farm and what it's worth. So the land itself, if we jump into the map, the land consists of these fields here and 95 randomly over there. But you add all of these together, 309,000, 218, 162, 34, 22 and 95. It comes to ballpark figure around about 850,000. We're going to retain 137 because that is where the straw harvest shed was. And I want to keep that because I think that is potentially where we will put our little old tractor museum. Of course, this is our original home, Field 59, where the original contractor sheds are and where the horses still are. So we will have a look at those as well. And of course, we've got the livestock. They're worth a good bit of cash as well. So we will make sure we add that into the price. So probably as a going concern, the land, the animals, and everything that's in the farm in terms of crops and things, I think we're probably looking at best part of 1.5 mil, and, you know, there might be a perceived value in future crops as well. So, I don't know. We'll see what the offer is, but I think we might put it on sale for around about 2 million. See if we can get a little bit of a premium on it. I don't know yet. But what that would do, if we go to our bank manager thing, would completely pay off our £2 million loan. Which would mean we would be in the green. We still would have, we've got our own capital. That's the value of our machinery, £971,000 worth of machinery we think we've got, give or take. And also, if I pull this up, we've got 949,000 in the bank as well. So we are actually quite rich now. Without really realising it and just getting on with the job, we've actually managed to make ourselves quite wealthy, which allows us to spend some of the money up at Moss Valley. Now, I don't want to buy a lot of land up at Moss Valley, but I will need to invest in new equipment up there because a lot of the equipment we're going to keep down here. Some of it I'll take with us, but I think there is still a lot of work that needs to be done down here on Court Farms, so things like the trailers and things like that and the tractors, I think we'll probably have to stay down here because we're going to leave the guys down here as well. Wes and James are saying that they want to stay on. So we're going to look for a farm manager as well and see if he can help us out. But other than that, I think we're going to move up to Moss Valley on a semi-permanent basis. We'll obviously come down here every now and again and check how things are going. But yes, we'll get a manager for the contracting firm, and that will be that. I think, again, a decision on what we do with the Fords is still up there. There's obviously quite a lot of Fords up at Moss Valley, or collect like vintage tractors up at Moss Valley, but we do have some down here as well. So whether or not we build something here, I think we probably will build it here. Moss Valley is a little bit quieter and a little bit more out of the way than just here at Court Farm, so I think that's probably going to get more traffic, more tourism, things like that. So, in fact, let's jump in the Range Rover. Let's head over and have a look at what's happening at our old yard, which we haven't visited for a very long time. So, let's jump in and go and see that. I tell you, it feels like a long time ago when we were hauling Davey out of that stream there, and we had this small little business here. But it's done us well, hasn't it? It has done us well. So let's roll into here. There are the horses, looking really good. So yes, what I think we might do here, there are a few bits of machinery in the shed here. These sheds are pretty much empty around here. In fact, they are empty. A few seeds and bits of fertiliser there. There's the odd weight. There's the pressure washer. So most of these will stay. I think this shed will go. We were going to move the shed anyway, but I think we'll get rid of the shed altogether and invest in something a bit bigger. We're going to have to get the bulldozers down here again and expand the yard a little bit more. And also, I don't know whether or not... This is a nice shed. This is a good sized shed. I'm not going to do anything with this. But we may sell the horses as well. We haven't really had time with the horses that we would have liked. And here we go. We've got a few small bits in here. Little planter, little seeder, and this tiny sprayer. I mean, again, we could get rid of some of this, if I'm being honest. Actually, in hindsight, this is a bigger shed than I thought. We could, if we're clever with the way we park things, get quite a lot of equipment in here. So this is a very good shed. We'll keep this. And yes, like I said, another bigger shed over here. Now, time of year is just rolled into October, so the timing is perfect as well, because we'll slap bang in the middle of planting season and harvesting season. So actually moving up to Moss Valley and creating a little bit of a business up there could be a smart thing to do. So there is a lot to do, I think, over the next few weeks and months to get things organised before we make the big move up there. So I guess the next few episodes will be a little bit of bouncing between the two maps, getting things sorted, probably less work in terms of contracting and more in terms of getting our house in order and organised so that we can make the move full time. Of course, that doesn't mean we could ignore the work that we've got on, so we have got quite a nice little rolling job here for Isaac that we accepted in the last episode. So before we jump into going crazy and getting everything in order, we need to go and get this job done. So let's head back to home farm. Let's grab a tractor and the roller and get this job done for Isaac. Here we are heading back now, just by the windmill here, and you can see where the building used to be just here. I would like to keep this land and put a new shed on there. It's just in there. Look, the fence is still up, but the building long gone. So actually a lovely space there for a little bit of a building. And we'll just pull in and let you see it as well. There you go. Perfect. So, like I said, maybe on the back burner just for a little while with everything else we've got going on. But we'll definitely come back to that. We want a proper home for all these vintage tractors we're finding. So we just definitely want to make sure that we follow through on that one. Right, let's park this up and let's grab a tractor. Right, the roller needs very little horsepower, although we do need to move the big grass roller out of the way and the cultivator actually to get to it. But I think we might have a little bit of fun in the Renault. It has been a long time since we had a play with the Renault, so let's get that organised. There you go. Such a lovely sound from the engine. Right, we've got to find places to park all of this stuff. Quickly attach the cultivator. I'm going to pop this over the other side with the roller over here. And we will worry about those later on. Like I said, all of this stuff needs to be moved down to the other yard. We need to get that shed built, actually. We've already engaged with a contractor to start building that. They have some already on plan. So that should be ready in the next month or so, to be honest. It won't take longer for them to build that. And then we can start shifting stuff down there pretty quickly. I mean, we could move some stuff now, like the combine could probably go down now, and the forage harvester and all of that stuff could head down there now and go into the shed that's sitting there already. And then as and when the other one is ready, we could just take more down. But there we go. Grab the roller. Right, but let's head down to the field and get this rolled for Isaac. Okay, here we are. I do apologise for the very talky episode so far, but I did want to explain my plans to you in as much detail as possible. But we are going to actually get some work done now. So this has been planted, this field, and you want to roll it to get it nice and compact, so that there is a good seed bed there. So let me get into position here and we will get organised to get this rolled. There we go. Okay. Right, we'll see you in a little while. Right, here we go, last pass. It's been nice to relax and just do a bit of farming with everything crazy that's going on around us. So this is all done, which is great. We'll get this folded up, collect our monies, and we will head back to the farm. So we'll see you back at home farm. Right, here we are, just about home. Looks like Wes is just about finishing the ploughing there as well, which is good. That's another field done and ready for planting as well. Like I said, we're not going to do that now. We'll leave that to the new owners, I think. But let's get this back. Let's get it cleaned as well and put back in the shed. Right, we'll give this a little spray down. All done and dusted, and then I think probably the best thing to do is start moving equipment. Definitely the combine and the forage harvester. Like I said, we're not going to do many contracts over the next little while. For some of the bigger equipment, it would make sense to get it shifted down and put away, because kind of the season's over really. Maybe we could probably do one more cut of forage, but equally, and we need to decide how much equipment we take with us up to Moss Valley as well, and how much we leave here. Right, let's roll this back into the shed here. Let's just get it tidied up. There we go. We'll not move the other machinery back because we're more than likely going to move it up to the other farm, but we will put the Renault back in the shed here. And like I said, I think really some of the big equipment can get moved down now, so let me just park this up here. All good there. I think first things first, why not move the combine? It's got the corn header on, but the other header's just there as well, so if we can attach that, we could run this down and get it parked up in the shed. Okay, that's a slight challenge. That doesn't reach back there. Oh well. We'll just take the combine down on its own and the tractor can bring that down. I suppose that's one more thing that's down at the other yard, isn't it? Maybe the TW can come down with that one. Right, let's see if we can make this in one move. Okay. Right, we are out of here in the new combine. And on that note, I think we'll call it. Very short episode, this one. It has been an incredibly busy week, so we haven't managed to get round to doing much more. I believe the signage board's just arrived as well, so we'll get those knocked into the ground. And we'll have the estate agents out there looking for potential buyers for us. And I do believe it is a bit of a buyer's market for this farm. There's a lot of people interested in it. A few people watch the series and have seen it and are interested in picking it up as a going concern, having seen what I've done with it, which is great. So let's just see what we can get for it. Anyway, we better move as much of this equipment down as we can in the next little while, because we're going to end up with squatters' rights if we're not careful. And fingers crossed, we'll get the money we are looking for the farm. So, on that note, for now, thank you very much for watching. Exciting times ahead. So, take care, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.